Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a Wednesday, so you know what that means. That means a little bit of AEW Dynamite here tonight. It's going to be a fun one. It's 300. Can you believe I've been around for 300 of these episodes? It's crazy, but we're going to celebrate. We're going to talk about it. Happy Hump Day, folks, as we got lots coming your way. Make sure you get in that chat. Like, share, subscribe, be a part of the show, be a part of the fun, and don't forget, strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel-good, and let's go. Ding, 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 ladies and gentlemen. We are back at it again. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you AEW Dynamite 300. Lots to talk about, lots to get into. Shall be a very interesting one tonight. What will this mean for All In? Who will appear? What will happen? We got so much to talk about. Plus, we got Superman in the house. And I don't mean me, folks. We legit got some Superman on the docket tonight as we get into this one. Okada is going to take on Abushi. We know that story, that history. We'll see if this one delivers. We also, like I said, Superman, in honor of Superman, heroes versus villains. Will Ospreay teaming up with Swerve. I think they're like the House Assassins. I don't know. We'll talk about it. More toast in with the main eventers again, and I believe Draglistico. Very interesting. So that shall be fun. And of course, we get another one. Bandito is going to team up with Kyle O'Reilly and Roddy. Did not know that they were on the hero side of the docket, so that's cool. Taking on the Young Bucks and Takeshita, a little bit of, Don Callis, elite mix-up here. So that shall be interesting. Fatal four-way for the number 2 spot in the Casino Battle Royal. So we'll see what that means, how that works out. Does MJF have issues with somebody like Mystico going into this one? We will find out. And of course, Mercedes taking on Mina after last week's beating. We will see what this means. We know she's close with Tony. How does this tie into All In? Will Tony be there? We will find out. We're going to talk all about it. But I will remind everybody, we are the Wrestling Fans United. Welcome back. Lots going on the channel. Lots going on with these streams. Lots going on with these shows. Tomorrow night, we are back for Wing of the Ring. Looking forward to bringing this one back. All ladies, all women, all women's wrestling trivia. We're diving into it. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a fun one. We will see who the new king of the wing is, and we're looking forward to it. Of course, Friday, 2-hour SmackDown, back to 2 hours. We love it. Saturday, we're here for MLP, Maple Leaf Pro, Resurrection. We're going to be live for it. And again, the IWC has lots of news for everybody out there. We are not the IWC. I watched, I kind of tune it out and then tune it back in, and I see the toxicity. I see the battling. I see the fun. I see the pots calling the kettles. It's crazy. It's crazy times, but we're going to break it all down here tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun. You got Hump Day in the book out there. Friday, Junior, tomorrow. Friday's upon us almost. The weekend is almost here. And if you need a reminder, I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. Happy to be back at it again. Happy to be here for Dynamite. As always on a Wednesday, we start with all the hopium. We're excited. We want the show to do good. Now, there is some debate online right now. Mr. TK did put out a tweet talking about ratings. Now, it's funny because some fans will have you convinced that the ratings don't matter. Nobody cares. Who cares about the ratings? But then the leader, fearless leader out there, putting out numbers, putting out ratings and celebrating them. But we're going to talk about it. Does it mean what we think it means? I know there's a group of fans out there rejoicing. See, we're doing great. But there are some caveats to discuss, and we will get into that as well tonight. I see that chat filling up already. Remember, I want triple digits in the chat tonight. So be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. And again, spread the word. Don't forget those little emojis on the side, your little reaction buttons. I want to see those hearts floating across the screen, folks. So get in there, help that algorithm out, give us some love, and we're ready to go. I mean, like I said, a packed night. Lots going on. We'll see how much time each of these matches get. Not a lot of matches. I'm sure a couple more will be sprinkled in. My main concern with AEW right now is All In. A few things have been announced for AEW All In. We know them. We've talked about them. And again, I just feel like this is AEW 300. Does it feel like a big celebratory episode? Is it stacked the way you would expect it to be? Is it strong? But also, is it leading to the right places? Are we getting enough of these matches? We're getting a lot of one-off matches and scrambled eggs as far as putting all the competitors in the ring together, multi-man matches, 8-man all-star matches. That's great, but where is it going? As it stands now, Tony Storm will take on Mercedes, John Moxley, Hangman, of course, Okada, Omega, and of course the two gauntlet matches, the women's and the men's. That's all we know of. So it's not the most robust card. Now we got time, we got a little bit of time, but I don't know that there's been a lot. Like I imagine there's going to be an MJF Mystical match added to All In. Maybe I'm wrong. I know I had a fight with a lovely old wonderful, weird fella who got really upset about the idea that Mystico and MJF, for my money, shouldn't really be battling. I don't care for it right now. It's not really helping AEW. To me, it doesn't move the needle very much. MJF ends up being one of your biggest stars, one of your pillars, quote unquote, and to be in a rivalry, like the story between him and Mystico is really good. Like screwed him over, went to his home. As far as his home country, pulled his mask off, disrespected him, low blows, shows up at a MLW. That's all cool. But it would be really great if it was building between MJF and somebody within AEW, not Mystico. That's my complaint. That's my concern. And I'll ask you guys out there, we already got a bunch of people in with us. How are you feeling about it? Are you excited for All In yet? Have they announced enough? Yeah, I think Okada, Kenny could be something. Though I'm nervous about Okada, we haven't really seen a whole lot of greatness from Okada in AEW. And I think that's a fair assessment. What will that mean? Mercedes Tony should be a good match. Mercedes in there with someone like Tony will carry her very strong. Okay, let's go. But Hangman Moxley, John Moxley has had zero. I will repeat, John Moxley has had zero good matches as AEW champion. I don't care how many interviews Tony Khan does. I don't care how much Tony Khan says that is rhetoric or cliche. Oh, I listen to the fans. I care for the fans. If he was really listening to his fan base, John Moxley would have lost that belt 2 weeks after winning it. We haven't seen the AEW title in months. It hasn't been good. So I'm a little concerned that John Moxley Hangman isn't going to be the best of matches. I think it's going to be sloppy. I think John's going to no-sell. And again, I think it's going to get gimmicky. The fact that it's not a hardcore street fight death match extravaganza almost surprises me. But we'll see what happens. Could they surprise me? Yes. I want to be super excited for All In. I just don't know that they've built enough within the company. What are your tag champs doing? Not much. What is, like I said, MJF's busy with Mystico. All right. Who else? Like we know Swerve and Ospreay eventually are going to fight the Young Bucks. Does that end up announced for the All In card as well? Like a rematch? Is there something else there? I don't know, but it looks like that match. I thought that match was going to be at All In, but apparently I have been mistaken. So as my sources are stating right now, and anybody out there can let me know if I'm wrong. But yeah, I mean, I'm a little concerned with All In because, again, we're getting matches with key components, key participants, and that's great. But what are we building? How are we building it? Okada, Kenny has a build. I'll give them that. They've been selling us on this since January. Good stuff. Let's go. Let's follow it. Kenny gets knocked out. I know we can talk about the silly blood spot, but regardless, Okada takes Kenny out. Abushi's here to avenge him. Kenny, I think, comes back tonight. And here we are off and rolling. As we get to All In, yeah, that's got some build. Hangman Moxley, they've tried to build it. I don't know what the level of success is outside of the idea that we're all kind of rooting for Paige. This redemption arc for Paige has been really good. Now, the caveat to that is I don't think Moxley's going to get the W. I mean, I don't think Paige is going to get the W. I think Moxley stays champion. Now, a lot of people in the chat, I see the name coming up. Darby, what's going to happen with Darby? I don't know. It'd be crazy to me that Darby was gone for all this time. Darby comes back and he's in the Battle Royal. Now, if he's in the Battle Royal and it leads to a number one contender shot, well, maybe Darby does come back. Maybe Darby wins the Battle Royal. Maybe Jon Moxley's still the champion. Because I just think that Darby versus Moxley makes more sense than Darby versus Page. Yeah, exactly. I agree with, I see a couple of the chat comments there, and I am going to say hello to the chat as I got about 4 minutes left, effectively just rambled for almost 10. But as I said, folks, don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Don't forget, the Wing of the Ring is tomorrow, 8 p.m. We will go live. Women's wrestling is the topic. We're going into women's trivia, and myself, Big Nick Anthony, one-on-one. We will see the triple threat of all triple threats. Who will be the next Wing of the Ring? And I believe this might be a little bit of a tiebreaker. I think all of us have at least one under our belt now, so we will see how it goes. PCO's interview is up now on the channel. When I go off the air tonight, go check out our interview with PCO, an absolute legend. We're looking forward to his House of Pain match, the hometown boy in Quebec. It's going to be a good one. July 5th, this weekend, we will be live for it, so do not miss out. And of course, Wrestling with Mental Health, we did that on the weekend. And if you haven't seen this yet, go check it out. It was an incredible stream to do, an amazing time to actually connect with other people that we can relate, we can support each other, we can share our stories, and we're going to do more of these. So we appreciate it. Go give that some love, as it's definitely one of our prize streams as far as what we've done in the last few years. Now, with all that being said, let's say hello to the people as Zach's first one in the chat. Happy Hump Day, KJ, Big Nick, and everybody. Happy Hump Day, Mr. Zach. Eric back with us. Buddies and the Heroes better win their matches tonight with Superman in the house. The thing I like about this Heroes Villains thing is I know we've heard Uncle Meltzer talk a lot of stupid shit. And one of the things he said that was stupid is, well, you don't need good guys and bad guys. That's not a... Well, this actually forces, like, every match that Tony books should be like hero, villain, so we can make some sense of the booking. All right, Swerve's a hero, then let's go with it. Are you sure? Maybe he's a tweener. Oh, he's a hero? Okay, book him like a hero. It might actually help Tony Khan. Write them all down. Hero, villain. Figure it out, Tony. Let's go. It's easy. But welcome back, Eric C. Money. Welcome back, sir. I can't believe KJ suffered through 300 episodes of Dynamite. It's my favorite thing, C. Money, about doing these streams, because over the last while, being accused of saying a lot of negative stuff, being a hater, da-da-da-da-da. I was here in the early days when the AEW Dynamite was flying off the charts, and it was killing. It was doing everything I wanted it to do. It was offering me an alternative to the WWE, which was drab, boring, long, terrible. Vince and crew were destroying it because they weren't paying attention to it. But it hasn't been all bad. Some amazing moments thanks to Tony Khan. Some amazing moments thanks to AEW. So I will give credit where it is due. It's been fun doing 300 episodes. Some of them have been rough, and I'm hoping all this positivity, if Tony keeps manifesting positivity, maybe it will bleed in the program, as I'm getting the warning, and I will catch up and say hello to everybody as we are on 8 o'clock at the dot. So, ladies and gentlemen, the show is going live. AEW Dynamite 300, and I get the opening credits. If you are wondering at home and you want to dial in with me, all right. A little bit of Sum 41 to kick the week off. Let's go. 300 episodes of Dynamite begins now. Damien, good to see you. AD, good to see you. Anthony, welcome back. Jimmy, good to see you. Bonkers, always a pleasure. There's always a title change on these particular shows. Maybe. Bonkers. Andy, welcome back. Clay, good to see you. That's me. Ken, how are you tonight, sir? Welcome back. Card seems kind of meh, but let's hope it's outstanding. Absolutely. Again, a little bit light. I'm Pickle MJF. So Pickle MJF has made an appearance on AEW already. The crowd seems hyped. I do believe they're in Ontario, California. Everyone ready for the greatest wrestling ever? The best wrestlers. Let's go as we're opening the show. Let's go. as Hangman on his way out to the ring. I will let everyone know Spaz, C Money, Richard, our top three from last night. So get in that chat. Let's go. Let's go. What you got? What you got? Who wants the crown? But congrats to those three. And yeah, right now I got Hangman Adam Page in the ring. Tonight's show doesn't scream special. It doesn't. I mean, we talk about the 100th show and the 200th show, and it felt like Tony went above and beyond. Now, is this one a little trickier? You don't want to do too much because the pay-per-view is so close. I don't know if that's a factor. It doesn't feel as big as some of the other celebrations we've had with AEW, but Hangman in the ring. I'm not going to waste too much time. At least he does it in English this time. MJF may try to go after Excalibur. Do it, Anthony, do it. I think Excalibur's mask is glued on. You guys can let me know, but I think it's glued onto his face. Mean to me, and I have to say, okay. Darby Allin finally returns. Frankie, maybe. Richard, how you doing? Anthony, welcome. Got you. Ken, got you. Mega, always a pleasure. Bradley, how you doing? Unbroken, always a pleasure. Richard, I think I said hello. Jordan, Allen. I'll get back to some of these. Remember, we got the super chat, super stickers in case I skip over you. Wrestling God, Philip Brown. Let's go. You're positive, and I hope so. We always start with the positivity. Doesn't mean I'm going to stay there, Philip, because I call it the way I see it. And again, I've been known to have a meltdown or two while we are live. So I'm going to try and keep my shit together. But I hope this one's good. And I hope we build into All In, and All In's good. We're going to be spoiled as wrestling fans. Great American Bash, All In, Saturday Night Main Event, all in the same weekend. I believe Evolution's in there. Like, what more do we want as wrestling fans? Nick running late. No, Nick takes Wednesdays off, Anthony. You should know that by now. He makes me suffer this one on my own. It's been like 3 weeks since we've seen Jamie Hayter and her muscles. Jamie Hayter, another one just fell off to the abyss, MDB. Welcome back, sir. Always a pleasure to see the Knee Pad Patrol. Jose, let's go. KJ Mateo. So silly, you made me fuck up the first two. Britt Baker, Dale. Yes, that's the rumor. And now hashtag free Brit. John Moxley, you give me everything or you give me death. Oh, wait. We got a reaction from the crowd. They're on their feet. And here come the Death Riders. Nope. What's up, Brad? AJ, how you doing? Jose, I got you. Richard, got you. Vance, welcome back. Kenny and his marmalade mouth. Ugh. As Moxley with Marina walking through, she's got the case with the belt. I still don't think, let's be real, the belt doesn't fit in that case. Am I wrong? I think I remember what the AEW World title looks like. Anybody out there remember what the AEW title looks like? I think it doesn't fit in that case. The WWE's fucking belts come in like missile containers. What are these? If Darby wins the gauntlet, Page is losing. I would agree with that, Richard. And that's what I think could happen. I think Tony wants Darby to be the guy. Darby, Sting Light 2025. What up, Boston? How you doing? Kevin, got you. As Marina, Moxley walking through the crowd. Let's see how bad they're just wasting time right now. I love that Paige came out and said, I'm going to keep this short. And then we got to watch a 7-minute walk-in from Moxley. I'm with you, buddy. F the IWC, F the dirt sheet reporters, F them all. Welcome to the WFU. We might not always get it right, but at least we're telling the truth. What the fuck is going on in wrestling? I hear Jay White want to leave next. Samoa Joe post crypt stuff. Samoa Joe eventually is going to get out, and I think he'll go work with Hunter. I think he has a great relationship with Hunter. He has a great relationship with William Regal. I could see Joe moving on. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I think could happen. That being said, Jay White, why wouldn't you want to leave if you were Jay White? Everybody made a big deal about Jay White. Oh, Jay White chose AEW. This is crazy. He's a game changer. Jay White's done just about fuck and all in AEW, and it's been unfortunate for us as fans. I'm a big Jay White fan, but he hasn't been effective in AEW. It has not worked. As far as Britt goes, we'll talk more about Britt. I want to hear what John has to say in another one of these repetitive. I'm sorry, folks, if you're tuning in right now and you can tell me, if you're in the chat right now and you think I'm wrong, I will accept it and we can talk about it. Jon Moxley is the worst champion in AEW history. When Tony tells the world we're on the best run we've ever had, I can't agree because you're giving me shit like this. Shit like Jon Moxley is champ. No way that belt fits in that. No, does it? No way. Crowd's energized. They should be. They should. Let's go, chair. Puppet KJ back in the house. I heard rumors that Mox will be kicked out of the Death Riders. I mean, is there like a turn point where the Death Riders turn on Moxley and try and make Moxley a baby face? I don't know, man. Moxley seems so dialed into doing the skinhead thing that I don't think he's going to do anything else. It's comfortable. You don't actually want. So Moxley's saying Paige doesn't actually want to win the belt. It definitely doesn't fit in that case. That's a small ass case. It's a small ass case. Moxley saying he lives in pressure. How do you feel out there, folks? What if Moxley lost the belt? Like the actual physical belt? Like you don't mean lost a match and is no longer champion, but if he physically pulled a Jericho, that'd be hilarious. They're like, I can't drop the title. I don't know where it is. Thank God you work for a billionaire. What's up, Kyle? What's up, Wrestling Rants? Richard, WFU, let's go, Dale. Love it, love it, love it. AD and AZ's with us. AR1, welcome back. I'm not going to read it, but I like it. Jerome, good to see you. Good to see you. Chair, always. Britt is overrated. Britt may be overrated, and I understand why you would say that. Maybe we'll talk more about that later. But I think Britt might be overrated, but has potential. I think Britt could be a star, and I think Britt carried this division again, but she kind of got over on a lot of DQ, street fights and such, which helped kind of cover things up. I think if she really dedicated herself to it and was in a place that would help develop her skills, I think she could be a big star. 3 out of 5 changes on charges. I thought it was 2, but thank you, Mega. Paul, member for 19 months. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, double leg. And here we go. Moxley throwing. Oh, Paige throwing. Paige going into his pocket during a fight. And Moxley has to freeze. Why? Yuta gets popped with whatever's in his hand. He has a fork. Get the fuck out of here. And this is how you make main event shit stupid, folks. Marina slaps Adam Page. Could you imagine? I hate to do this. I fucking hate doing it. But could you imagine Cody Rhodes came to the ring with a fork? It's fucking, you were in mount position. You stopped punching. Your opponent stopped defending so you could pull a fork out of your pocket. And now Moxley jumps on. Oh, no, Claudio. Hi, Claudio. So the Death Riders are all over Hangman. Marina slapping Hangman. She did her job. She was a distraction. Spork? Yeah, probably. A fork. Yeah, a fucking fork. Let's be real. You want me to believe in your main event talent? The fuck are we doing with forks and scissors and just nonsense? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Unpopular opinion, but Hangman would be a worse champ than Moxley. You might not be wrong, Jose, but I need somebody, guys. Moxley's running away as his henchmen do the work. Neutralizer from Claudio. More like Magnum Oopsie. Do you think that Mox and the Death Riders' end goal was Shane? I don't think so. I think the Shane stuff was conflated. And we'll talk about kind of Tony's becoming a very obvious bullshitter. And he does it with a smile. Hi, guys. Hi, but he's bullshitting. And for the diehard tribalist out there, they eat up everything. He said it. It's got to be true. But he's playing games and he's tweaking things and he's changing the narrative, giving you half stories and just, the overtures. Like, give us examples of what's going great right now. Oh, it's just great. Great. I think we're on a great run. Oh, I listen to the fans. Can you give me an example of you listening to the fans? Because I've heard a lot of the fans. I am one of the fans and I'm missing what you're doing for me. Bitch, I'm still standing, says Hangman. Crowd pops. I think we're going to get Claudio Hangman tonight. Maybe not. Claudio's coming back with a chair. The crowd laughing at Mox. It's embarrassing. It is absolutely embarrassing. And Jon Moxley continues to be the worst champion in AEW history. Samoa Joe blocking the way. I like Joe. Claudio, plays up to the fans. They cheer. Here comes Yuta again. Yuta's like a fucking hummingbird. Just floats in, pokes around for a second, floats out. There's Hobbs. Oh, there's the rest of them. And they all came out of the same side. Oh, my God, we're bad at this. So, wait, watch your back. Marina's in the house. Marina with the case. Hangman blocks it. And we got nothing but chaos to open this show tonight, folks. It's been a while. Hello, Claudio. Well, John Cena mentioned him. We got to get him on TV, Damien. John Cena said his name. Moxley in the crowd, losing his mind, takes his shirt off. Hangman has the case with no belt in it. There is no belt in that fucking case. And again, people want me to overlook this shit. Make me a bad fan? I don't give a fuck. That's just dumb. What'd Jose say? Happy 4th of July. What? You want it, you got it. What do we get? And it becomes a Texas death match. Tell me this shit isn't predictable. Tell me it isn't. What did I say when I was opening this show today? I'm surprised it's not a stipulation match. Texas death match. Why? Because Jon Moxley can't have a good wrestling match. Bell to bell, Jon Moxley is garbage. So here we go again. Hangman stumbling on his words a little. Moxley watching from a distance with a weird look. And this is all garbage. This is all not good. I don't give a fuck what anyone tells me. I want to, if you were enjoying this right now, tell me why. What is good about it is Hangman takes out Marina. And Moxley throws a temper tantrum. And we still got 10 days to go. But correct me if I'm wrong. This just became a death match. Because when you can't actually wrestle, I know there's a man out there making big bucks using the term lazy booking. It's not lazy booking. It is. It's lazy. It's the easiest way, sure. But to me, it's chicken shit booking. It's the fact that we're the best wrestle. They got to be in fucking stipulation matches. That's it. They can't go bell to bell. The Bucks can't do it. John can't do it. Prove me wrong. Okay, Jon Moxley, all in, the pay-per-view of the year. Let Moxley show me what a great wrestler he is. Prove to me this is where the best wrestle. another bullshit garbage match. It's going to have 15 fucking run-ins. We're going to get spike spots. We're going to bite each other. We're going to bleed in each other's mouths. I might even bite his fucking toenails off. The fuck are we doing? And I'm supposed to not notice this. I'm supposed to just pretend like all this fucking sheep out there of like, it's great, brr, great, brr. Tony said great, brr. Dave said great. The fuck are we talking about? Your number one contender just tried to take a fork out of his fucking pocket when you think being on top of him, throwing punches would have been enough. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Help me understand. Here comes Tony Storm. Listen, I'm all ears. You guys know me. I will never shy away from criticism. I will never shy away from the counter argument. Again, I start every Wednesday as positive as I can. And right out of the gate tonight, you shit the fucking bed. Shit it. Shit the bed. The Moxley stuff continues to be garbage. It's trash. And I hate to say this like this, but it is for people with simple minds. If you're sitting at home right now giggling about how great that was with Moxley, you're either under the age of 15 or you're under the age of 15. You figure it out. But I will put a poll up and then we'll continue to talk about the fun stuff. But Mina's here to cheer me up. Let's go, Mina. Big crowd reaction for Mina. Again, Mina's a great option. If you did more than one or two women's spots every week, Mina could be in a really good mid-card rivalry with somebody right now. Mina versus Deonna at All In. Right? You could. But Tony Khan doesn't book the women's division. I saw somebody tweeted that out today. The women's division is developing so nicely. What? What are we on? What drugs do we have to take to live in that level of delusion? I'm curious. But ladies and gentlemen, Mercedes is coming to the ring. I will put nobody as an option here because, we had one brawl. Why not have another? Tell me if I'm wrong. I want to know from you guys out there, am I wrong about Moxley? Am I just picking on the guy? Could you imagine if we show up on Friday and Drew McIntyre comes running out of the back with a fork? Or, CM Punk tries to take a fork to Seth. It's fucking childish. It is fucking dumb. It is remedial at best. Was Mina a cheerleader? She was like a K-pop star, I thought. Like she was like a failed pop star. Is Mina the one that was on like the reality show and they booted her off? I could be wrong, but she's like a semi-pop star. At some point, we just got to get Mercedes a fucking wheelbarrow for all her shit, all her titles. And I love you, Tony Storm, but kiss that title goodbye. But the TBS title is on the line. Not an eliminator. It is on the line. Two of those belts Mercedes holds are defunct. Facts. Forks happen in those Puerto Rican death matches, right? Let's go. That's where it goes. Mercedes Moxley for the win. Yeah, it's so bad. Moxley in the crowd and kicking the stairs, throwing he doesn't seem like a badass. He seems like an absolute fucking idiot. He's not threatening. He doesn't intimidate anyone. And he seems like he's running more than not. They're not doing this well. And again, they clearly are okay with moving the needle on the intergender interaction, which I have no problem with. But I'm surprised they're doing it on TV. I know sponsors and advertisers don't love it, but it's a mess. And the fact that this is now a Texas death match makes me sick to my fucking stomach. Yeah, it's official. That didn't take long at all. Tony Khan, Jon Moxley, in particular, I don't know how far I can blame Adam Page. They should be ashamed of themselves. They should be embarrassed, and they're getting called out. And anyone out there on the internet that isn't ballsy enough to fucking admit it, that's you. That's your problem. Fine. If you you probably still color, you got your little coloring books. We'll have to give you the thick crayons and the round paper so you don't hurt yourself. But let's be real. This is not quality pro wrestling. And nobody will convince me that it is. That is fucking brutal. John Moxley is constantly in fucking DQ or a no DQ match after no DQ match after no DQ match because he legitimately can't do the job. When we talk about the Shield, people can say whatever they want about Roman. Bell to bell, Moxley's not even in the neighborhood. Seth, bell to bell, not even in the league. It doesn't matter. Moxley was the worst of the three, and being here in AEW has done nothing but expose Moxley. Creatively, he relates to skinheads. Nobody seems to care. In the ring, he sells nothing. He's disrespectful to his co-workers. He is a shit fucking attitude. The company is being sued because he's a fucking moron. And this continues and continues and continues. And it's driving me fucking nuts as a fan. Somebody pointed it out earlier. 300 episodes deep. You tell me you've watched more AEW than I have, and we'll have a talk about it. But 300 episodes, and here we are. And Tony Khan can go online and try and hype up the numbers, which we can talk about, but hype up the ratings and hype up this and hype up that. But the truth of the matter is, when you tune in outside of that hardcore 600,000, 550,000 tribalists that have latched on and that just fucking breathe fucking Meltzer farts and will not fucking deviate from everything is great, nobody else is coming, and actually more are leaving. And I'll explain to you why. That all being said, folks, I know I'm sidetracked. I know I'm not clicking on the chat, but I am catching up as we go to picture in picture. Mercedes and Mina are in action. 51% going Mercedes, 20 going Mina, 29-ish going nobody. So there you go. Mina Sasha Banks. Was Mina Sasha Banks? I don't know what that question is, sir. Mina is on our screen. We all win. AR1, it did cheer me up a little. I had to get back into Moxley mode to kind of get in there. But listen, guys, free Deanna, 100%. Mina would be great because she gets a good crowd reaction. Tony Khan and his associates can come up with something better than this crap. No, they can't, Michael, and it's driving me insane. And I said it to kick off the show tonight. I am shocked the Moxley match is not a stip match. Why? Because Moxley only wants to do stipulation matches because it avoids the conversation that he cannot fucking wrestle. Tell me when I'm telling lies, folks. That was Maki Ito. Close. But same difference thing. What's up, Corey? How you doing, buddy? KJ, do you think it's a power thing with TK? The reason why we don't get better women, like TK only pushes the women he thinks has a chance with, maybe, or the ones that have been friendly to him, and I mean that platonically. But I could see someone like Tony being very intimidated by women. So like someone like Megan Bain, we haven't seen her booked much. Camille's MIA, might be an American Gladiator at the end of the day. So I don't know. Tony Khan seems to like small men and little women. Allegedly. I can't say that on the record, I guess, but Mina is in control during picture in picture, folks. TK seems to, there's a history, there's a track record that we can prove. There's a track record of, he went to Sammy Guevara's wedding. Now he loves Sammy until Sammy fucked up, and then they signed Mercedes. He doesn't like Sammy as much as he used to. Danny, our old buddy Danny Garcia, he let Tony do the dance, booked the shit out of Danny. Right? You guys love Danny? I'm going to book him. Nobody wants to see Danny, but Tony loves him. This is more Vince McMahon booking than Triple H has given us. And I'm all ears if you can counter that. But this feels like Vince. I book who I like, fuck what the fans think. Okay? And I'm sorry. Let's say this Moxley Adam Page stuff is great. Whoa, fuck, it's wonderful. We can't wait for All In. Your number one contender pulling a fork out of his pocket makes everybody look fucking dumb. It becomes classless. It becomes Jerry Springer-ish. It becomes lowbrow. Who the fuck did you get advice from? Is this Vince Russo booking? What the fuck are we doing on this show? Help me understand. Crowd goes dead. Yeah, they don't know what to do around women. Moxley looks like he uses pepper spray on his food. Botched move. Why is Tony out there if she's not even on commentary? I guess the champ just wants to watch. I thought she'd be on commentary, though. Does she not have headphones? That means she's definitely getting involved in the action. Mina is getting a way bigger response. As we got a figure four. TK grow a set, shock the world, and put the belt on Mina. Do it. Oh, amen. Things are looking up. Everything coming up, KJ. No, thank you. Thank you. The sources. I got my sources. They're hooking me up. Another botch move. I missed the second botch move, but thank you, Mega. Mercedes on the outside holding her leg. And guys, I know if you're just tuning in, you're like, holy fuck, KJ just doesn't like this company. But I feel like TK is insulting my intelligence. I've been on the record many times as saying the man is older than me. I know it doesn't look it. I understand. I get it. I'm aging horribly. He's like 12. I get it. We're good. But what are we doing? Like, it's so immature. And if TK is in the back thinking this is awesome, it's the mentality of a child, which would explain a lot of what we've seen. His behavior, his temper tantrums, his antics, maybe growing up as a billionaire with a golden spoon up your ass makes you just not adjusted to the world. Meteor off the apron on the damaged knee. But yeah, I don't get it. And I called it. I've been saying it for weeks, and I called it tonight. They were going to put Moxley in a fucking stip match, and they did it. All in. Instead of bell to bell, we're the best fucking wrestle. No, it's where the best bleed on each other, bite each other, pick each other's nose, stick their thumbs in each other's asses, and call it a wrestling match. What the fuck are we doing? Thick-ass crayons. Let's go. Frankie. Cena leaves WWE title, and they introduce TKO title. Oof. I don't know how I feel about that, Frankie. That's a lot of lineage to give up for a TKO title. Woo! CM Punk, the first ever TKO champion. Mr. TKO. Poor TK. Yeah, well, I mean, it is what it is. Somebody clip it and send it to him. He needs to know, because I hear all this positive feedback from the fans. You're in a fucking silo. You're only listening to your people. Yes, the few 100,000 that think everything you do is fucking wonderful, think it's wonderful. But if you listen to the fan base, if you listen to the real wrestling fans out there, we can't take this shit seriously. I want to. Can't do it. I got a man running around with a fucking fork. You know, my neighbor ran after me with a fork. I'd laugh at him. Are you fucking kidding me? Grown ass man got a fork. Hangman's got a fork. The fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? Oh, by the way, there's still a match going. Yes. I'm still here, folks. Keep listening. I'm ranting. Just got to, keep going, keep going. Sasha gets the 2 count. More coming your way. I see over triple digits in the chat. Be a friend, tell a friend. Let's see if we get to 200 here tonight. Lots coming your way as Sasha going to the second rope. Happy birthday, Bret Hart, by the way. 68 today. And a meteor from the... Oh, wait, reversal. As she bangs that knee like a screen door in the wind. All right, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. All right, I'm refreshed. I'm ready to go. I needed something to calm me down, folks. Forks are deadly. If you come at me with a fucking fork, it better be one of those two-pronged barbecue forks. Thank you. 4 Meteoras. Yes, just a Meteora machine. Don't underestimate the fork. Tony Khan, Fork Man. In honor of Superman, we got Fork Man here tonight. Sasha's 2 count. Not a bad match though. I will try and be honest. Forks can be dangerous. Maybe I spoke ill of the fork. TK is a communist. He only allows us to speak positive. Yeah, I mean it feels like you are in an absolute vacuum if all you're hearing is good news. That tells me you're not listening to the fans because you've lost so many fans. And I am going to talk about it in a commercial break tonight. Oh, wow. And the crowd is going wild. Mina, like it should be Mina versus Tony at All In. Instead, Mercedes is going to beat Tony at All In. You see the fucking problems? Do we see the problems? People want to complain that Ludwig is fucking grande or extra grande. Apparently, speculation. Another 2 count. And the crowd goes wild. We knew she wasn't getting that one. Yeah, 68 for Brett makes you feel old, don't it? Kind of weak match for Mercedes. I think it's okay. I think what I like about this match, if nothing else, the fans are super into it. Hangman has a fork. No, no, no. Hangman's got a fork. Oh, wait. Mina no sells. Ah, the crazy knee. Your number one contender getting worked by Mina, and the fans are with it. Mina, take the belt. Let's go. Oh, gutbuster. Jose, what's your stepson's name? Happy birthday, Brett. Scotty, too haughty. Charles Robinson, little Nate, rocking it. Let's go. Hashtag refreshed. I usually eat with a fork. You should. I recommend using a fork. Don't stab people with your forks. They tend to be a little bit on the blunt side and take a little effort to break skin. It's a long fork, KJ. It better fucking be. He's going to fork you up. I'm going to fork your ass up. Luther making mean faces at Mercedes. 10 days away. And do we feel like this card is 10 days away from ready? I don't. Would you want to get stabbed by a fork in a wrestling match or get hit by a fire extinguisher? Like hit with the spray of the fire extinguisher or hit with the extinguisher? And Mercedes gets the roll up fucking win after getting her ass kicked almost the whole match. And the crowd is so behind Mina. Tell me your booking's not fucking. I listen to the fans. Clearly, you don't listen to the fans that are in the building. Mercedes knocks Mina down. Tony stands up. Tony rolls in, and a heel runs away. Oh, we haven't seen that yet tonight. Have we? No, that hasn't happened, right? I just watched The Storm. Just can't watch all Looney Tunes wrestling. Facts. As Mercedes takes down Tony, who's a moron for turning away. And she's got a cake. No, wait a minute. Didn't Tony Storm get really upset about a cake spot once upon a time? We're not running that back. As Mercedes spits at Luther and walks off. But there you go. Mercedes retains, is still your TBS champion, and we still don't really care. Mercedes has a plastic fork. What up, Michael? How you doing? Good match. Not a bad match. Overall, I'll be honest. Wasn't a terrible match. Somebody said a couple botches, but overall, I think they got there. And the crowd was super into it. Do you not realize how much skill it takes for... Good match, except for Mina celebrating most of the match. Yeah, she was having a great time. She even did like the lazy heel pin, and it backfired on her. Ryan, KJ, I sent you a message. Sounds good. Okay. Hitman birthday. Yes, it is. Where's Jose? I wanted to know what Jose's stepson's name was. Tony's got cake and extra cake. I like cake. We all like cake. As we are with the Bucks, one Buck has his face covered, thank God. The other Buck is with him. Paul, my question will become where? As now we have artwork, the Founding Fathers. And I said this last week, and I'll stand by it. The Founding Fathers idea works. The Founding Fathers, the Bucks being like the Founding Fathers and being arrogant about it, works. The problem or the request I have, if there was a really good producer in AEW that could look at the Bucks and say, okay, guys, just be a little more mature. You don't have to act like children, but this seems like what this is. We just talked about the fork. We talked about Moxley. It's very childish. As the Bucks are at the high school they went to, do you remember the time? That's funny. You told the professor to suck it? Really? You mean the Bucks were using Triple H's gimmick back in the day? Mercedes Monet, one bagger. My bad. I just love the Death Riders left the girl for dead and wait until Hangman murks her, then go pick her lifeless body. Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. It's embarrassing. Like, again, we're all for heels that are, chicken shit heels. But generally, the guys that were like the tough guys, the bulldozers, didn't run away. The only time you saw like an enforcer, the unhinged villain get, not engage with the baby face was when somebody pulled them away. Security, their manager. Remember, like a Paul Bearer pulling back a cane, or having someone pull back Umaga. Like we've seen that before. But when you voluntarily watch Marina get drilled, that doesn't make you a good heel. That makes you a complete fucking useless asshole. Period. Useless asshole. I'm literally eating cake right now. His what? His name is Ryan. Oh my God. Jose, I put the two things together. I'm literally eating cake right now. His name is Ryan. Sorry. Two separate answers. Punctuation matters, folks. Happy birthday, Ryan. Happy birthday to you. Hopefully you had a great one. Cake sounds delicious. My birthday month, which means birthday cake coming my way, which means ice cream cake is coming my way because ice cream cake's the goat of cakes. But happy birthday to Ryan. Thank you, Jose. I hope you and the family had a wonderful one. But lots going on still here, folks. I know I've been rambling and ranting, but the show rolls on. I'm going to do a quick little spot check. Right now we're at 78 likes. We have over 100 people. So if you haven't hit that like button yet, make sure you hit that like button. We should be over 100. Again, you got a thumb, use it. Hit the like button. 114 in here. I should have 114 likes on the stream. Don't forget, folks, we are back tomorrow. We are back for the Wing of the Ring. We're doing all women's trivia. You get to be in the chat. You can mess us up. You can play along. You can throw wrong answers, right answers, all the answers. We don't care. But we are going to be in a battle. Every time you get a question wrong or your opponent gets one right faster than you, you got to eat a hot wing to get hotter as we go. And we are going to look to burn some mouths and win some crowns. So it's going to be a fun one. Be there for that. I can't wait for it. It's been a hot minute since we did it. The last one we did was WrestleMania PCO. If you haven't seen that interview, go check it out. And don't forget, Wrestling with Mental Health. It's up now. Again, for anyone out there, you are not alone. You are supported. There's family. There's family here. There's family everywhere. There's places you can reach out to. If you haven't seen this video yet, go check it out. Male, female, wrestling fan, non-wrestling fan, doesn't matter. There's a lot of good openness about mental health, particularly men's mental health. As we come back from commercial, and we are still with the Bucks in Rancho Cucamonga. We got a Mone to Rod and Todd. Rod and Todd's my favorite comparable. My freaking ears. All right, up next. Looks like we're all set for a fatal four-way. I will put this one up in the chat. I figure MJF's going to win this, but he could get screwed. But who wins, ladies and gentlemen? Who do you got? Who are you taking? Who do you think takes the W as we get MJF King? Again, I feel bad. Do you feel like in 2025, like people want to nitpick? People want to nitpick about, oh, I can't believe this person's with this person or this person's with that person. Oh, I can't believe they booked so-and-so. What about Karrion Kross? Listen, MJF is supposed to be one of the biggest stars. I think he said in a tweet today, one of the biggest homegrown AEW talent. And here's a guy in a match with Brody King. I love Brody King, but no offense. Hasn't done much. AR Fox, who's been an all-time jobber on this company, even though he's a hella talented. And our good old buddy Bowens. Like, I mean, I don't think that MJF belongs in this match. I don't believe that MJF should be going to All In or working an angle during All In season against Mystico. I don't think that is best. Mystico screwing MJF. Brian, I can see it. I'll ask you guys out there. If I told you 2025 All In, you will see Mystico versus MJF in December. If I told you that in January, February, March, I would outright be told by the public, by this chat, by the guys I do this show with, you're dumb. That is not going to be a thing. MJF Mystico? Come on, KJ. That's what you really think it's going to be, MJF Mystico at All In? Nah, come on. Here we are. And it could be. Now, maybe they're saving it for a different show, but I don't think so. I don't like it. Like, what is MJF doing with the Hurt Business? What was the point of MJF joining the Hurt Business? What benefit have we seen to the Hurt Business? The Hurt Business taking care of business. I know, Syndicate. I don't want to hear it. But the Hurt Syndicate, the Hurt Business, they're doing just fine without MJF. They had their number one contenders come out and get plastered through tables without even breaking a sweat. So who challenges your tag title? 10 days away. Who challenges for the world tag titles? What big story? Where are the guns? Where are all these tag teams? Oh, they're nowhere to be found. The Young Bucks are going to fight two single competitors instead of fighting a tag team. Why? Well, because the two single competitors are the biggest two in the company, and it helps get them clout because they can go, look how amazing we are. They're going to get 5 stars. They're already done. Meltzer has the 5 stars written out. He just has to fill in the blanks of, oh, they did some stuff. But what is the point of MJF with the Hurt Business? What are they accomplishing as a unit? What have they done together that makes any of this matter? Let's go, folks. Still got 96 with me. I want to see those likes. Let's go. Let's go. Super Gamer. Will you win No Poop July? I probably won't. I think I've lost already several times. MJF won a storyline with Mark Briscoe. Yeah, listen. MJF, Mark Briscoe's a guy that the fans want. Mark Briscoe's a guy that the fans are super into. Book that guy. But Mystico instead? More toast? More toast get more love than Mark Briscoe has ever gotten. Why? Because he slid into the right CEO. How you doing? Life is hard, be harder. Usually to the second part. You can tell Hurt Syndicate. will help MJF win. We'll see. Well, again, they haven't done much. They're distracting right now. But as Brody takes out Bowens and AR Fox, but AR Fox isn't a legit contender. Brody King's not even a legit contender, though he could be. Bowens, not a legit contender. There's no big stars in this. This is for your casino battle royal, and you got nobody. Nobody. I do like the 30 minutes away from the Bucks. Oh, you live. All right. Tell him I say hi. Big crossbody by Brody. Let's see what the chat said. 83%, 17 hopeful folks going for King. And of course, AR Fox and Bowens get 0. Tony, I heard you listen to your fans. They have no faith in AR Fox or Bowens. Help me understand. AR Fox takes down King. Bowens bumps AR Fox. Not sure what that spot was supposed to be. Drop kick into block the cutter. Sloppy work here. Misses crossover. And another sloppy spot. Her Syndicate dominating it. Yeah. Like being the kings of an empty kingdom. Congrats. You are the best tag team in a company that doesn't have a tag team division. And I like them. I like the Hurt Syndicate. What the fuck? They're not doing anything. Another botch. AR Fox jumps over, stomps on Bowen's chest, kicks Brody. This is clunky. This is sloppy. And MJF is hiding. MJF just running. Mortos gave Page a run last week. Oof. Yeah. Well, AR Fox flying around still. Bowens blocks. DDT on the apron. Down goes Fox. Down goes Bowens. Kevin Knight and Mike Bailey might appear in this match. Yeah, I could see them coming out, but the Hurt Syndicate have annihilated them. And I like Knight and Bailey. What are they calling them? Jet ski? Jet ball? Whatever it is. But MJF's back up finally. Dressed like MVP. There is a lot of potential to the Hurt Syndicate working with MJF. It just hasn't delivered. And again, it's the writing is shit. AR Fox on Dynamite. I thought the only right? Wrestling Rants. Good to see you, buddy. I know I said hello already. AR Fox, MJF and 3 jobbers. Again, when we talk about recently, we've talked about the U.S. title. Jacob Fatu, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, LA Knight. That's your mid-card. Where are all the best wrestlers? Like, the drop-off is extraordinary. And the guys that you think are the best, like Moxley's trash. And I will keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it and keep saying it and keep saying it. Moxley is garbage. The Death Rider storyline is awful. Tony says he listens to the fans. He's not listening to the right ones. Because if he's listening to people who are talking about, oh, this Moxley run has helped 2025 be the best year ever, they're lying. They're outright lying to you. It loathes me to pick MJF, but it is the best of a bad bunch. He's the only one you can bet for in this one. AR Fox got stuck twice. Cameron, yo, Nick. I'm not Nick. I am KJ, as the screen says, but Nick might be lurking out there somewhere. But yo, what up, Nick? Unless there was a Nick that I didn't see, but there you go. Jefferson, welcome. How do you feel about the feud with Finn Balor versus Jay White? Winner takeover Judgment Day. I'm in. I think Jay White's great. And I think if produced right and done right, Jay White can be an absolute world beater. The problem is he went into AEW. When you go to AEW, they hand you a microphone and say, good luck. No plan, no nothing, no production meeting, just go. And it's burned people. Soraya's run was shit from the onset. We've had others that come in and haven't been able to get out of the gate. thank God for someone like MVP and the Hurt Syndicate to kind of stand on business. They've managed to work themselves, and they had something really good going. It just didn't go anywhere. They don't have a big rivalry that they needed MJF's help, right? Like when Sammy was joining the bloodline, they needed a body. They needed Sammy to come in because they had challengers. But there's nothing for the Hurt Syndicate. So it's a bunch of people doing shit for just whatever. Hurt Syndicate dominating, got that one. But I like the idea. I like what Finn's doing. I really like Finn with JD. I think they've helped the tag team division. The Raw tag team division sucks or it's weak, and I think this helps a little bit of a mix up. I hope there's more teams coming. SmackDown's tag team division actually is starting to cook a little bit. So yeah, Jay White and Finn, I'm good with it. Who else we got? Bash, good to see you. It lows me to pick. Got that one. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, you can't pick anybody. Jet speed. Lame. Jet ski sounds better for me. Let's go. Knight Bailey Forks. Tandem kick. Tandem elbow. Tandem kick. MJF down. Brody King, no cells. Big clothesline. Both men down. MJF down. Everybody down. MJF really just chilling on commentary. That's smart. I like MJF doing shit like that, though. I really do. The only disappointing part, Wrestling Rants, is when he's the only attraction in the match. And I swear to you guys, I feel bad for criticizing Brody because I think he's a talent. He just doesn't mean anything in this company. I want to see Brody King in WWE. I think he would be I do too. I really do. The guy's got so much charisma, so much energy. He can be a beast, but he has to do jobs to guys like Nick Wayne and Darby Allin. The fuck are we doing? AR Fox gets kicked in the back of the head by Bowens. Why are a bunch of jobbers fighting for number 2 spot? Again, I don't know. For anybody just tuning in, there is a fatal 4-way for the number 2 spot. If anyone out there wonders why last week we did a match for a number 1 spot and tonight we're doing a match for a number 2 spot, which is because the Casino Battle Royal can end with the first pin. So if you're number 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, you might not get in the match. You actually want to be 1 or 2 and hopefully win the match early. Unless you want to hang back, but you don't want to hang back too long. We saw the last time they did a Casino Battle Royal, I think 8, 9, 10 people did not get in. Stop being a Cody crybaby and enjoy the ride. Ha, 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 ha. We need Jericho. Frankie, nobody needs Jericho. That might be the first comment with Jericho I've seen in 2 months. 2 count. MJF rolls out. AR Fox gets a 2. Heads over to Brody. Brody says, not today. Big chop. Mox is the only guy Brock didn't put over from the Shield. Think about it. Mark, you're right. And there's a reason. And I think because Mox is an absolute idiot. I think Mox has lost his fucking mind. And I think Mox trying to talk to him, he's on a different plane. He doesn't function. And again, for better or for worse, as Brody cannonballs everybody. Oh, wait, setting up MJF. But yeah, I think ultimately that's the reason why. It's so hard to work with a guy that thinks he knows everything. As MJF gets out of the way, Brody rolls out. MJF knees Bowens. Big knee to AR Fox. And this match has kind of killed the crowd a little bit. Jefferson, how do you feel about got that one with Moxley champion? I miss Jericho. I don't miss Jericho so much, but I'm glad Jericho hasn't been around. I have not seen a lot of people tweet out and I think he will show up. I just don't think he can help himself. He'll be on the phone with Tony like, we got to do something cool for All In, right? I can't miss All In. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there, folks. Make sure 108 people with me right now. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. As Brody's got MJF, all 3 men down. And still to come tonight. And Brody cannonballs them all. Yanks MJF out. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Soraya's AEW run was so bad. You booked it wrong from the beginning and never figured it out. Jet ski! Oh, skeet, 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 skeet. You heard me. I could say Ricochet AEW run has been mid. Good matches. Ricochet's a whole new conversation. Ricochet's done well to get himself over, and he's a great example of Tony Khan hasn't helped him. Imagine it was 2-2-2. Imagine it was Ricochet versus MJF, or Ricochet versus Brody King, Ricochet versus somebody that matters going into All In. Then all this temper tantrum and all his arrogance and all his ignorance online would matter. But King Ricochet talks big game, and his booker doesn't back it up. What is Ricochet doing? Ricochet was better off in WWE, and I know I can't believe he said that. He was booked better. We saw him more. He was in a good angle for the IC title last time I checked. Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, guys like that. But I thought Ricochet signing with AEW was best for Ricochet. I think Ricochet's ceiling is higher in AEW. But what is Ricochet doing right now that matters? Fucking all. But that's a long list of people going through this greatest run ever in AEW history. I was there in the beginning, folks. This is not the best run in AEW history. As Brody hanging MJF. MJF's eyes rolling back. Bowens breaks it up. MCMG need to go to Raw versus Judgment. Judgment trash. We'll see. Jet ski. I like it. Imagine if the Fed picks up Guns and Private Party to add to their Raw. 100%. I think Private Party has shown they got potential. They're athletic. If you had matches with them, MCMG, Street Profits, The New Day, I think it could really make these young guys shine. The Guns are talent. The Guns have it in their blood. They can get over. Wow. Brody King. AR Fox through the air, and that looked horrible. Salt to the earth. And AR Fox taps. MJF steals victory in a fucking who cares match. You think so? Free Private Party. Danhausen. Danhausen is not with AEW anymore. Private Party, I'm not sure. Britt Baker still has a year on her contract. So, yeah. But MJF gets the win. He will be number 2 in the Casino Battle Royale. Or the Casino Gauntlet match, sorry. Let me get it right. So no Mystico here tonight that we've seen yet. But MJF got his hand raised by MVP. Fist bump from Bobby. Oh, from Shelton. Reach for the sky. Here comes Mark. Is Mark number 1? Mark's number 1. Listen to the pop for Briscoe, guys. When Tony Khan says, I listen to my fans, Mark Briscoe is proof that Tony's not. Tell me I'm wrong. Fun match, tad too long. Yeah, I feel like it kind of, whatever. It kind of stretched out, but MJF has a kosher pickle, a tiny kosher pickle. Mark Briscoe's so good, folks. Again, this is where I think I combat the people that think I show up here on Wednesdays and just shit on this company. I love Mark Briscoe. I want Mark Briscoe to do important stuff with guys like MJF because listen to the crowd. Like, that is genius. That is your job. That is what you want. Stop sending out generic wrestler number 1, generic wrestler number 2, generic wrestler number 3, and going, well, they give good matches, so the fans love it. No, they don't. The handful of fans you're talking to are lying to you. Or not enough of a fan base. Fun little match, actually. I thought it was sloppy, and I wasn't that engaged with it. I'm glad you liked it, but I think I'm a little bitter right now. Anthony Bowens looks like he died. Oh. Mr. Noob, the WWE needs less wrestlers, not AEW rejects. With all the commercials, there's not enough TV time. Well, we're going to see even less with them dropping an hour of TV. And again, it's not AEW rejects. That if you can point out one person that had been fired from AEW, with the exception of Punk, they picked up people that AEW would like to keep. Maybe Lexus King is an exception. But Ricky Starks got benched and wanted out. So I don't feel like he's a reject. I don't know. I think they're signing former AEW talent that they believe can be something. Well, Mark Briscoe comes out, cuts a huge promo, gets the crowd going. That is how it's done. The fork and pickle. Let's go. Tony's fans are named Nick, Matt, and Moxley. Facts. Jericho, Meltzer. And more shit. Holy fuck, this show sucks some days. As here comes Jet Ski. Oh, and they're like, well, are we supposed to fight? What do we do? So awkward. Why would this happen now? And why wouldn't they run down with Mark? And look, why would MJF not help? Why is MJF stomping around the ring doing fucking all? As Bob, this is so fucking bad. So bad. Bobby back in the ring, jumps on Speedball, jumps on Fox. What is the point of a faction if members of your faction just watch? Now it doesn't matter, which again, it's why I don't want to see this match at All In. Jet Ski is the best tag team we got. What is it? The Hurt Syndicate is going to kick the shit out of them all the way up to All In, and then Jet Ski going to surprise win? But Jet Ski getting taken out again. MJF has a tiny kosher pickle. Facts. Tiny pickle. What is that shirt? I love it. So MVP sitting down. MJF sitting down. Bobby and Shelton do their thing. But I don't get it. You're a heel faction. The minute it was 2-on-2, why wouldn't you help? And why wouldn't you have Mark Briscoe stay out there to kind of champion the babyface stuff? And then maybe Mark and MJF get into a little bit. The crowd goes crazy. Mark just leaves, doesn't give a fuck. Two babyfaces get mollywopped, and nobody gives a shit. And this segment, this match has gone on for fucking ever. Yeah, they're going to have less. They have no choice. All right, the Hurt Syndicate back in the ring. Do another Briscoe MJF segment next week. Oh, fuck. I don't care. Whatever gets Mark Briscoe on TV with a microphone, I'm happy about. Mark Briscoe. We got to put some respect on Mark Briscoe's name. And this guy deserves so much better from the booking of Tony Khan. So much better. And this continues, guys. It continues. It's like they ended the beatdown early and they had to go back in and do it more. And the crowd is cheering for the heels. We hurt people. We hurt people. What the fuck are we doing? Let's go, people. Click that like, share, and subscribe. Let's go. This is still happening. MJF yelling, stay down. And the Hurt Syndicate go back in. Nothing wrong with a good old dick joke. Wrestlers, I agree, New. Mark Briscoe, MJF face-to-face next week on Dynamite. Wait, did they announce that? We just did that. Mark's right there. He could run out of the tunnel and punch MJF in the head. Make it make sense. I love Mark. I love Mark. I love Mark. Fork jokes before the before the fourth. This community theater. This is community theater. It's not even community theater. I've done community theater. This is garbage. Dominator from like, so now they're supposed to challenge these guys in a match? Why? The baby faces picked this fight, and with no help. MJF didn't help, MVP didn't help. So you make your baby faces look like absolute garbage. Right? If they had come out, they start fighting, MJF throws a chop block. Now they have a reason, and the challengers, the underdog baby faces, could say, hey, but they just, for the second week in a row, beat them effortlessly with no assistance. They got a mic, so you know what's coming. I love Lamp. I love Desk. So in AEW, you can get very little wins. You can get, remember, wins and loss matter. So you can spend 8 minutes getting your ass absolutely handed to you. The previous week, you can go through tables, and somehow that parlays you into a tag title match. Kevin Knight says, your mama must have taught you how to fight. You hit like a bitch. Ooh, back to the playground, folks. Why should I believe Kevin Knight now? He has done nothing. Yeah. Help me understand. Do you know what you could have done? You could have signed Josh Alexander, partnered him with like a Brody King or a Takeshita or a big body of some kind. And Josh Alexander and his new partner could have went after the Hurt Syndicate. Like, I dare you to try and hurt us. But instead, Josh is on the roster to take L's and buried in the Callis family. And here we are with the two little guys who are going to get a tag title match at the pay-per-view. Help me understand. You had MVP and MJF at ringside and nothing. MJF and Mark Briscoe just exchanged words. Mark just walked off. Mark's supposed to be a superhero babyface. So once that brawl starts with Speedball and Knight, would the babyface not run back out? Everybody stood around. No referees, no bell ringing, no security. Just beat the living shit out of them for minutes upon minutes upon minutes. I'm not sure what time it was when MJF's music hit, but it feels like it was 25 minutes ago. I feel bad for Juice and Jay when they return, if they do. Well, I think they're both still under contract. I like Juice and Jay a lot. Hopefully they can figure something out. Kevin Knight run is boring. He should talk to LA Knight. Kevin Knight versus Shelton on Collision. Meh. I don't get this moment. I don't get it at all. I don't. And I see wrestling fans running out there. Oh, they buried so-and-so. I can't believe this guy lost a match. I can't believe this girl lost a match on a pay-per-view, a highly competitive match, but they lost, so she's buried. That is how you bury someone and make me give zero fucks about a pay-per-view match. This is my take on it, folks. But ladies and gentlemen, it is 10 after 9. We are in a commercial break. If you were just tuning in, we are in triple digits here tonight. Make sure you be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. We got so much coming your way, including our Wing of the Ring tomorrow. Right now, I want to see triple digits in that like. So I got 107 people here with me. Everybody hit that like button. We're good to go. Where's Superman to stop the chaos? We haven't even had the Superman matches yet. We still got more to come. More to get into. We've had this match. We'll see what else we got up. Still to come, we have this trios match with the Bucks and Takeshita taking on Bandito, O'Reilly, and Roddy, which nobody gives a fuck about. Swerve and Ospreay taking on Mortoast and Draglistico. And I believe if this is the main event, it will be 3 main events for Mortoast, since it was announced publicly that he'd be cashing in on Mercedes. Coincidence? I think not. But that being said, they're definitely they're taking their sweet time announcing the tag team title match. There are no tag teams. And so you're trying to make me believe, but you had a way to make me believe, right? And know what they should have done? Mark Briscoe comes out to help, gets blindsides MJF, slips in the ring, and, again, helps out to a point where the baby faces sneak an upper hand, and then they roll out and run off. Not the heels. I know every time AEW loves the bad guys running away. The baby faces slip out and wave. Ha ha, we got you. And then the Hurt Syndicate wants the match. Right? Doesn't that make sense? Doesn't that feel better? All right, you guys want to get in my business? You guys want to give us a hard time? I'll see you at All In for our titles. And the baby face, ooh, right? We got him. We tricked him. Opposed to like, well, we just beat the shit out of you for 15 minutes. Do you want to fight for our belts now? Again, not an expert, folks. Just pay attention. As here come the Young Bucks. All right. So I'll put this one in the chat. Who you got? Who you got? Who you got? Team Bucks, your EVPs and founding fathers. And they keep doing shit like this where O'Reilly and Roddy are in a faction. And they leave a member of a faction out. They do this with the Death Riders all the time. Claudio and Yuta with more toast. Why? They're in a faction. Where's their faction? So here we go. Another trios match. And again, my fair argument. As the Bucks getting the crowd wild up, I will say in their hometown, they're getting a pretty good reception. Decent pop for Takeshita as well. Where is Superman to stop the chaos? Even Superman won't go near this shit. They are just dead set on making the Hurt Syndicate heels. I can't figure out why. Mr. Noob, I love this comment. Again, I've beaten this drum hard tonight, but they keep saying, Tony Khan today, oh, I listen to the fans. We appreciate the feedback from the fans. We listen to the fans. Oh, yeah? You listen to the fans, do you? Well, the fans are cheering for the Hurt Syndicate. You keep booking them as babyface or as heels. What are you listening to? Mark Briscoe's getting the biggest pop of anybody. You're not booking him well at all. Nobody cares about, like, Mina is more over than Mercedes. Doesn't listen to that. What is an example of Tony Khan listening to the fans? Even when he lied, quote unquote, allegedly, about changing Mina's music, it turned out that was a copyright thing. But here comes Bandito with Paragon. Kyle O'Reilly's got the twitches. I don't know what's going on here. Okada versus Abushi main event, probably with Kenny coming out. Fair enough. I'm just saying, if Mortos gets 3 main events in a row, someone's got to acknowledge it's happening, right? Like, I popped last week. I laughed last week. I wasn't even mad last week. It is what it is, right? What the fuck are we talking about? Did KJ just slightly sing acapella? Yeah. Oh, that's too funny. Here come the Young Bucks in a limousine. Yes. Team Paragon. The Young Bucks come out in a limo. Yes, they did. Or they pulled up to the building in a limo with, like, shit stickered all over it because they're 5. They had a car full of shoes. Great. But we get it off and running. Takeshita, Bandito kicked this one off. Team Bucks 60%. Team Paragon 38%. That's way too high. They spent the whole budget on the Bucks pyro. Facts. Okada versus Abushi main event. We'll see. KJ should work. Storyline in AEW. They wouldn't listen, Mega. They wouldn't listen. And that's the thing. I'm not trying to pretend I'm an expert. I understand storytelling. I understand writing. I understand proper storytelling. And I understand when things don't make sense. And as a fan, I think the AEW has lost a lot of fans because their intelligence get insulted. You're insulting our intelligence when you book like this. You insult our intelligence when there's no consistency, when there's no continuity. You lose the fans. And I just sat here in a chair, minding my own business, explained exactly how they could have done it better. And the fans would have been more into it. Period. Well, no, I don't know. Richard, again, random is random. I totally forgot this happened in my life. Cheers. Huh. Kill switch. Let's go. Bandito defends Ring of Honor World Television Championship versus a returning Dalton Castle. I thought Bandito was like the Ring of Honor World Champion. Am I confused? I love Dalton Castle, though. Bandito versus Takeshita for the Ring of Honor World Championship next week. Oh, okay. What the fuck? Okay. Why wouldn't that be? What? Okay, whatever. Kyle O'Reilly is like the AEW Sammy. No, Proud. No, I can't go there with you. Liv Morgan will be joining AEW or TNA. Liv Morgan's going nowhere. Tony Khan, Bizarro. It's so fucking weird. Bathroom break match. The crowd's gone a little bit quiet. Chris McCarthy, member for 1 month. John Silver could not find work, so is Ring of Honor. Yeah, okay. Thank you again for being a member. I vote Bandito. What did the chat say? Oh, yeah, I already said that. It was too high. I wish the Bucks just returned to put the Hurt Syndicate over. They won't do it, though. And that's one of the biggest downfalls of AEW is egos, soft egos, insecure egos. That's why you see all these fucking, holy shit. Takeshita takes out Bandito, almost ends up under the announce table. Okay. That makes some more sense. I love Dalton Castle. Dalton Castle's an example of a guy that, again, gets the fans going. Harley Cameron, another example, gets the fans going. Your job in wrestling, that's where people, like some people out there, you see them go nuts for LA Knight. You see them go nuts for Jay White or Jay Uso. You see them go nuts for Cody Rhodes. Look, this is still like, I can't believe they're having a good time. They paid the money. It's an audience participation entertainment. You get in there. You want. I don't give a fuck what you're doing. Mick Foley ran around with a sock on his hand and got over as fuck. Nowadays, you'd have internet fans going, oh, the sock is stupid, and he probably hasn't washed it, and it's so unhygienic. What are we doing? Mick Foley got a sock over. But it doesn't matter, because if the fans are losing their minds, that's the point. That's the concept behind pro wrestling. I'm sorry. Anybody that thinks otherwise, I don't know what you've been watching for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, however many years. The job was to get over. Make it look real. Don't get hurt. Sell. The drama sells. You think Ric Flair bled into that white hair because, it was to prove he was a great wrestler? No, because it got over. Because people responded to it. Sorry, I'm getting a weird commercial. Well, we are in picture-in-picture right now, folks. Right now, we got a trios match going on. The crowd has gone a little bit quiet on this one. In the first 2 years, the Young Bucks actually put over teams. Don't know why they stopped. I don't know that they put a lot of teams over. I know they put Private Party over. I think the Young Bucks are an example of their hype became because of the Bullet Club. You ever see a player on a sports team and everybody thinks that player is good because they're on a really good team, and then they get traded or they sign away? Somebody gives them a big contract to go to another team, and they get to that other team and you realize they're not all they were cracked up to be. That's what the Young Bucks are to me. They got their t-shirts in Hot Topic, great. The Bullet Club blew up, great. But once you took away the key parts of the Bullet Club and the Bucks had to go on TV and show that they could really do it, they couldn't. So when FTR showed up, they got insecure. We started playing hot potato with the tag belts. We all essentially killed the tag team division because there was matches that really should have happened that never did. Santana Ortiz never got enough love. FTR, from my standard, have been ruined. Their entire legacy as the greatest tag team has been ruined. They're fucking awful. They've been awful for almost 2 years. And I don't get it. One of the things that drew me to AEW, as we struggle to get a spot done, as one Jackson gets dropped on Takeshita by Roddy, took a while to pull it off. And here come the forearms. But that's the problem with the Bucks. And then the whole thing with Punk, one of the biggest mistakes they ever made as a company was not turning the Elite versus Punk into a storyline. But chicken shit, cowardly, immature, all these apply. And you can tell by the way they behave on TV. The little games, the passive-aggressive bullshit, the little jabs, but they don't want to fight face-to-face. They don't want a manly confrontation. And that's where Punk got himself in trouble. That's where others got himself in trouble. And again, if I'm just talking out of my ass, tell me. I'm waiting to hear. One of the Bucks are wearing Nike Yeezys. Oh, wow. Wow. I'll just let that sit there for a second. Enjoy my beverage. Has there been any update on Long? No update. I'd like Harley to come back. She apparently signed an extension for for a handful of years. Like she's locked into like 2029 now. I love Harley Cameron. I hope they can figure out what to do with her. Santino Morello had a sock too. Yes, he did. Again, think of some of the shit that was super over. A dude's eyebrow. Rock's eyebrow back in the day was more over than any human being on AEW right now. There's nobody in AEW that sells as many tickets as Rock's eyebrow. Not the Rock, not the whole package, just the eyebrow. Right? You need that. You need authentic, like you need to drive it with characters, but the best characters are the person turned up to 11. And that's what they did so well for so long. And somehow Tony Khan has come along and he's friends with a guy like Meltzer who said good guys don't matter, bad guys don't matter, storylines don't matter, just put them in the ring and give us good matches. And as long as fucking Uncle Dave's at home stroking one out, it was a successful night. That's it. And then you can go on the internet and lie to the fans. Oh, look, our numbers are up. Look, our stats are up. Year over year, you're getting murdered, but you want to act like you're not. And it's baffling to me. The Cobra. I hope they aren't real. Those aren't real. Jordan Poole. Will Page join? I could see that. It'd be really cool to get AJ Lee and Page back at the same time. Right on. AW fans are going to be happy when DMD leaves. I don't know why they are going to say she's a traitor. They will. They'll say that she is a bad attitude. I believe in the right system. Like everyone said the same thing about Punk. Punk won't last a year. Punk won't last 6 months. Punk's having the time of his life because the system is set up that if you are a troublemaker, you get pushed out. You don't fit their business model. If you go in there, if Punk goes in there picking fights with people, Punk's gone. Look how many stars they have. Big knee to Nicholas. Silly string. Oh, he lands. The fans are mostly sitting down for this one. Again, if you're into spots, we're probably going to get some spots, but springboard into the... Oh, they're setting up the Meltzer. And there you go. Not a bad move. Super kick, wheelbarrow, suplex. If that doesn't end this match, quit. That is fucking bullshit. That is fucking nuts. End the fucking match. End the fucking match. Why would you not end the match on that? Now the crowds are cheering a little because they got a 2 count. As Bandito will take on Takeshita at Supercard of Honor. Takeshita relegated to Supercard of Honor. So the Hurt Syndicate need legitimate babyface tag team to face, but it's impossible because the most little babyface again because everyone runs around like a fucking snobby little shit, snotty nose heel. You don't have strong baby faces, so if you move them to babyface, at least, I mean, imagine if you had the Hurt Syndicate and the Bucks wanted the tag titles, but the Bucks, because they're little guys, use their power, their EVP privilege to fuck with the Hurt Syndicate. Maybe they beat the Hurt Syndicate for the belts. Then the Hurt Syndicate want to chase them down. Oh, but the Bucks have a friend, this old guy Okada. Well, we have a friend, MJF. How do you do? Doesn't that fit better, flow better? Now you get your heels over because they're fucking with guys that you like, and then you get your baby faces over because you want to see them fuck the heels. Simple. We get a V trigger, which again, Kyle O'Reilly's been murked, but we got to pick him up again. The Raging Fire, Blue Thunder Bomb, and we get a win in what was, again, not a great match. Why is this match for? This match is for fun. For Superman, it's super. I feel a cut on my lip more interesting than this match. Yep. And again, when people say, oh, well, like, why? Well, you just hate. Like, what, or you think you can do better? I know I can do better. I think I can do better. It's not a maybe. I've not. Oh, here we go. Another jump. So, yeah, another jump. And Swerve and Ospreay, who we will see later, are jumping the Bucks, and the Bucks run away. So, all three heels, major heels that we've seen tonight, have run away. With the exception of the Hurt Syndicate, they murdered somebody. I guess this match is next. So I think it's about to become official. The Bucks versus Swerve and Will Ospreay. What do they call them? The Swerve Assassins. They gave them a name. So they want the EVP titles to be on the line. Swerve and Will do not want to become EVPs. And they are going to make the people the new EVPs. The fuck does that mean? Adam Cole was under Triple H again. I don't even know that Triple H could get Adam Cole back to being cool. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if we can save Adam Cole. Adam Cole is one of the biggest homicides that Tony Khan has ever committed. Not sure what Will said, but they beeped it out. Macho Man just saying, ooh, yeah, was so over. Exactly. You tell me the guys in AEW right now that are over like that. The Hurt Syndicate, we hurt people. But instead of their boss booking them into that, they're booking them against it. And you're fucking two groups of baby faces all at the same time. I'm not wrong about that. At closer glance, they look like Nike Dunks, just Yeezy colored. They had a whole car full of Nikes. I guess that makes them cool. Oh, wait a minute. Will Ospreay meeting a lot of long segments this week. Feels like a lot of filler in this show. Don't say it. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if I like this, guys. Breaking news. If Swerve and Ospreay do not beat the EVPs, see, this is where their shit's confused. Okay, it's official. See, this EVP thing could work. This EVP thing could work if done by mature adult men. So if Swerve and Ospreay fail to win at All In, they cannot compete for the world title for 1 year. Again, if you're a tag team, do you really give a fuck who goes after the singles titles? But it's official. So if the EVPs lose, they are no longer EVPs. If Swerve and Ospreay lose, they cannot challenge for the world title for a year. So you basically just told me Swerve and Ospreay are going to win. This is not 300. I agree. Anybody remember back? We were here live for AEW 200, a way bigger show. I don't know. They just keep, no, again, dumb stips. I know what you're saying. I know it says stops, but stips. I got you. I got your back, Mega. I don't like that at all. To me, it's dumb. And again, if you are a tag team, if you're one of the best tag teams in the world, and you're going to wrestle two single guys, I get it. Like if you're spiteful, not you, Sappy, we don't like you. But if you're spiteful, yeah, you don't want them to compete for the world title. But unless they were coming after your tag titles, we will not challenge you for 1 year for those tag titles. That makes sense. But we won't compete for the singles world titles that you, I guess. Again, it is childish. And it's trying to make anyone out there ever start a fire? Welcome to Dynamite, folks. We're rolling on. We got about 30 minutes to go. I have somewhere to go with that analogy. I recently was camping. You have a fire. You can build a fire. You build it up. You build it properly. You got nice fire. The embers go as it dies down a little. You put another log on it. The ambers keep going. Perfect. So when you know how to start a fire or make a fire proper, you build nice fire, lasts for a while. When you don't know how to do when you don't know how to make a fire, like a couple guys down the road from me a couple weeks ago, they take a bunch of sticks and they spray it with lighter fluid. Big flame! Wow! Not a good fire. And that's what this is. When you don't have the substance to build proper, you gas everything. And that's what this is. Well, we'll make it seem cool because, oh my God. Listen, I'm telling you right now, if Swerve and Ospreay are banned from the world title for a year, I might boycott AEW. It's that simple. But that's exactly what this is. That is exactly the mistake they're making, is they're just taking lighter fluid and throwing it on the fire. Poof! Oh yeah, whoa! But when you get down to brass tacks, there was nothing there. The fucking shit just goes out. I'm sitting toasty making s'mores. Y'all just more lighter fluid. Again, that's what this is. And that's what the Young Bucks are doing. That's what, I said it. And I'm going to beat this one to death because this set the tone. Set the fucking tone for the whole night. Jon Moxley has to be in stupid death matches. Because, again, like making the fire, Moxley can't wrestle. So Moxley is the wrestling equivalent of lighter fucking fluid. Gives a little dash of blood, a big fucking squirt of fucking chaos, maybe a little bit of bleach, and you forget that he can't fucking wrestle. We're in the back with Superman. Superman, let's go, folks. As MJF and Kenny wearing a cape looks ridiculous right now. Jack Perry is the David Arquette of AEW. Kind of funny. As I'm guessing we're getting this tag match next. The heroes are in the ring. I will put a poll up. Ospreay and Swerve, who are now officially going to take on the Young Bucks at All In. And I will say this publicly, for all my bitching, for all my complaining, for all my whining, they are actually going to have a pretty entertaining match because Swerve's awesome, Ospreay's awesome, and the Bucks do a certain thing very well. They don't get psychology, they don't, but running around high spots, all that craziness, it will go. So as much as I'm despising this, and the Stips cover it up and are unnecessary. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask and I suck. Vitamins are the fucking culprit. Who wins, heroes or villains? They didn't have enough embers for the fire. Facts. They don't know how to keep it going. It's not legitimate. And again, anybody could do that. Anybody could do that. What makes you special as an athlete, as a pro athlete, is you've made it to a realm that not anybody can. And the way AEW does wrestling and presents wrestling, anybody could do it. Anybody could make it. Doesn't matter if you're short, tall, fat, skinny, in between. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. You don't even have to be good at wrestling. That's what AEW is teaching people. WWE has always presented itself, and I don't care what anyone says about it, it's for the most part, there's exceptions to the rule, but it was always athletes that, wow, look at them. They've achieved a pinnacle in athletics. They're big, they're bulky, they're in good shape, they look good. Exceptions to that rule, don't get me wrong, but for the most part, here in this company, the big physical athletic looking guys are the exception that always lose. And the guy next door that looks like the 15-year-old that cuts your lawn, they're winning all the time in AEW, and anybody can do that. Anybody can fall off a ladder through some fucking glass. And we're not doing anything. We're not accomplishing anything. Heroes for the win. Is Russo secretly running this shit? Dennis, it's a great question. I asked that earlier tonight. I asked, where is Roosh? Remember when they did like a big segment and it was like a big deal that they re-signed Roosh and it meant nothing? Mortos and Draglistico, such a good team that never win. Listen, all I know is Mortos said, I want more TV time. And he tapped on Mercedes' shoulder and he has gotten it. Not only has he got a girly, but he getting that TV time, bro. And again, on a night where we've had forks and we've had nonsense and we've had running around, we have Superman. Now I got a guy wearing a bull helmet. Doesn't get any better. Team Ospreay for the win. Let me check the charts. Heroes, 83%. Villains, 17%. So there you go. There you go. There you go. Gonna refresh this. Yep, Swerve and Will. Whoever is updating the AEW Wikipedia, they are on it. They are fucking on it. But Swerve and Ospreay against the Bucks. Again, if Ospreay and Strickland lose, they can't challenge for the world title for a year. It's so fucking bad. So bad. Listen, if they're dumb enough to put that in and do it, fine. But that is fucking bad. Bad. Can I say it again? It's really fucking bad. Bum, bum, bum. I need 5. I need 5 likes right now. If you can hear my voice and you haven't hit the thumb yet, hit the thumb. I need 5 for 100. But I'm in picture-in-picture, if anybody was wondering. What a weird night of wrestling. Kryptonite rules. Let's go. Heroes versus villains. Yeah, that's how they're selling us tonight. Look on the screen. Will Ospreay and Swerve are the heroes. You know, even though Swerve's been not really a hero, but he is now. And I guess the villains, I mean, I didn't know, but Draglistico and Mortos are villains. And like I said earlier in the show, I almost wish that Tony Khan would approach all his wrestling like this. Like he would sit it down at home and write down heroes and villains and then write down names and a definitive line, because there's way too much gray in this company. And if the fans are cheering for somebody and somebody gets over with the fans, you got to book them accordingly. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. Oh, I listen to the fans. I listen to who? You can't just listen to Dave Meltzer. He's fucking up your company. Swerve and Ospreay should walk through these guys. They won't. We're going to go 15 strong and then have about, actually, that's a lie. We're going to go about 6 more minutes, and then we'll get the main event set up. And that will have an overrun for no reason. MJF is so ashamed of himself, he went back to MLW. Facts. I am not condoning Amber's on fire. Keep Amber. That's when you get an Amber Alert, right? No? Embers. Ember Moon? Jokes, Lady B. Jokes. It's a bull in a waist trainer. I don't get it. I think Mortos has something to him. Just take them or change the mask. I don't think wrestlers should be allowed to wear helmets unless they need it, like Moxley. My God, can we find Moxley a helmet? Don't tell me that this is Mortos in the main event week. 3 weeks in a row. AEW really not trying to hide it. No, so he's in the co-main event tonight. He's close, and he gets to be in there with Ospreay and Swerve. So he's swinging up. He's out hitting his coverage on this one. Watch someone trying to light a fire with the pressure-treated wood is mind-boggling, right? If Russo running this ship, Cornette pissed off. Yeah, that's neither here nor there. If Russo's running this shit, I'm pissed off. I don't give a fuck who's making the decisions, but they need to come to Jesus moment. You're telling me you're on the hottest run of AEW's history. I'm sorry, AEW fans. If this is the best they've ever done, A, I must have fucking slept through the first 2 years that I thought were phenomenal. And B, this can't be the best. This can't be the best ever. You're in smaller venues, still not filling them. The TV ratings are being fibbed about, by the way. Go look at how they changed the demo. No longer, 19 to 49, 25 to 49. And great, growth is good. But year over year, you are getting smashed. Tony Khan tweets out misinformation because he knows the sheep will follow blindly. But the fact of the matter is, Dynamite in quarter one is 24% down. In quarter two, it's 12% down over last year to year. Okay? So Tony can say whatever he wants. Oh, we're beating Q4. Yeah, okay. But Q4 was garbage. So you are progressing. That's a win. All wins count. We talked about it on our mental health stream. Start small. And if this is them rebuilding to a bigger stage one day, good news. But the way he worded it, and we don't even know about Max. He knows about Max, people. He doesn't want to share it. He fibs. He bends the truth because the sheep follow him blindly like he's running a cult. Tony Khan would have no problem getting a group of the tribalists to all follow him down to Brazil and live in the fucking woods. No problem. Because they believe everything they tell him or everything he tells them. Do you know one time in 2025, AEW has hit 700,000 viewers? One time. We're almost in August. Draglicico flipping off both guys. Oh. Wow. Nice transition into the Styles Clash. Into a house call. That better be a pin. And big win. Decent match. If you cared. But yeah, let's be real. People want to throw all this mud at the bigger company. And I get it. They fuck up. They make mistakes. And I don't want to defend them wholeheartedly. And I don't want to only defend them. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of this, he lied and he's being dishonest. And they didn't tell us if that was a work or a shoe. That's not fair. Triple H sucks. What are you watching right in front of you? The women's division, we had one women's match tonight. Again, nobody, you guys that doesn't register? We get multiple man matches, trios matches, fatal four-ways, fucking 8-man all-star matches. That doesn't register? Are we missing the point? Am I missing the point? But then you have Tony go on the internet and he'll say things in interviews and he'll be evasive. You ask him a direct question. What do the max numbers look like? Oh, they're around, what I've heard out there. That's a way of saying, that's like when you get busted and someone's like, oh, are you with so and so? And you're like, you don't want to answer it. You don't want to get caught. And that's exactly what's happening to Tony. So he fibs, he bends the truth. Won't give you a straight answer. He knows the max numbers are shit, but he knows if he hints at them, then the fan base will go crazy. When you say your TV audience is growing, yeah, it might be growing slightly against the last quarter of last year, which is usually the weakest quarter for TV all year. So yeah, they're better than Q4 2024. But Q1 2025 is getting murdered by Q1 2024. Q2 2025 is getting destroyed by Q1 of 2024 or Q2 of 2024. Year over year comparable, they're getting murdered. They're not growing. They're not getting better. And they switched the stat. If you look at the chart that Tony Khan put out, he put at the bottom, it used to be or usually is when we talk about the key demo and how it goes in or how it's being reported, it's often that, that 19 to 49 or 45, that key demo. If you go look at what Tony Khan posted, they changed it 25 because they're losing fans in the other one. So to make the stat look work, trust me, I worked in marketing. I worked in sales. You finagle. And that's all Tony's doing is Tony's finagling. Hashtag that, MDB. But year over year, they are down. And that's it. Yes, growth is good. Count your wins. Q1 beat Q4 last year. Great. Q2, all right. We're doing all right. But again, be cautious because people want to paint the big bad corporate monster as the bad guy that does all this devious shit and doesn't do the right things. But Tony Khan's a billionaire and he's doing everything he can to A, hold on to his talent, B, hold on to his fan base, and C, try and present it like it's all hunky-dory. But the 18 to 49 demo that they used to report, go look at the chart right now. I have a picture right in front of me, 25 to 49, because the stat is better. So you cut out the where you're losing to make the stat more robust for your argument. And he tweeted it out, and the sheep eat it up. Bah, bah, we're doing good. Bah, great. Bah, great. Everything's great. But it's not great. It's not. And that's the unfortunate part. And it's not great because a lot of the shit I was mad about tonight. A lot of the things I said, there's a lot of adults out there that are wrestling fans that feel the way I feel. I've watched AEW from day one, from that first ever fucking press conference when they talked about it. I go all the way back. I watched Ring of Honor. I watched New Japan. I watched the product. I liked the product. When guys like Jericho and Bucks and everyone were coming in, this was going to be exciting, cool. And sure enough, it was. It was the alternative. I don't want to see this company do bad. I want to see this company do better. And as long as the guy running the show keeps telling everyone they're on the hottest run ever, it's the best ever, have they hit 20,000 tickets sold yet for All In? And I see Dave out there. He actually called somebody a WWE defender. Dave fucking Meltzer had the balls, the guts, the gumption to say someone else is a WWE defender. Holy delusion, Batman. Sorry, Superman. I know it's your night. But that's the problem here, is too many people like myself see the truth, see what's really happening with AEW, and are disenfranchised, disconnected to the product because you're putting on bad shows and the people in your bubble tell you it's great. Hey. But the fact is, you're struggling. You are struggling. But with all that fun ranting and raving done, we are here for the main event, which we are 11 minutes away from the top of the hour. Takeshita, or no, sorry, I lied. Okada with Callis. I saw Callis and my muscle memory went to Takeshita being flanked by the Murder Hawk monster in Lance Archer. Again, I guess the Elite traded Okada to the family. I missed it. I don't know what happened. Big signing. But Okada here with Callis and Abushi in the ring waiting for the challenge here. This one shall be interesting. I'll put a poll up. Why not? And Taz is right. Two of the biggest wrestlers in the history of Japanese wrestling. That is undeniable. But yeah, I'll take your votes. I'll take your votes. I should have put nobody in there, but it's late. I'm not paying attention. And here we go. I vote for Japan guy. Good choice. TK got CTE. If Vince took over AEW, will we have character development and promo packages? This show didn't give us no character build. Yeah, the problem with Vince is it might go the other way and it still be very childish. Vince had a tendency to have childish, he likes kiddie humor. He likes silly stuff. He would giggle about men shaving themselves in the shower. Like, that's the problem with Vince. Vince is very out of touch, hopefully with everybody, but with reality. Vince's creative is garbage. Vince is another example, like Tony, surrounded by yes men. And when people don't say yes, they get blocked. They get shunned. They get ghosted like a bad Tinder date. And that's the problem. But if Vince came into AEW, it would be a ton of character development. Be a lot more promos. It would be a lot brighter, a lot more colorful. Not saying that's the way to go. That's the extreme, Dawson. Way too far. Thekla! Who the fuck is Thekla? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, what happened to Thekla? Remember the big deal? She was coming in, going to make a difference. They botched her intro. They missed it. Then she had a match. Maybe had another match. And then what? What is happening? Where is this woman? See, signing people and saying, well, look at our women's roster. Tiana and Taya and Ty and Thekla and Mina, but you don't use them. Aminata, you don't use them. So it doesn't matter what your roster might be. It all means nothing. It's the old thing in sports. It's why we play the games. And Tony's not playing the games, right? He's playing games, but he's not playing this game. So if you're going to say we have the best wrestlers in the world, this is where the best wrestle, then put them in the ring and prove it. Prove it. Prove it in a match that doesn't require somebody to bleed. Prove it in a match that somebody doesn't have to land on spikes or go through a table just to get the pop out of the crowd. Because you've got this fan base so conditioned to cheer for false finishes and table spots or carnage. Everything else in between, that's why they don't cheer for the ladies. They just want to get back to the blood and guts. If the ladies, shake their boobs or kiss each other or start hitting each other with barbed wire, they'll start cheering again. That's how you have them conditioned. And ask Paul E. how that goes for you. Paul did that once upon a time. And when and Paul was a much better booker with a much better show than what we have here. And it still didn't work for the broader audience. No Spider-Woman senses tingling tonight. None. Somebody can let me know if she was on Collision. I haven't seen her. I forgot about her. I swear to God, I forgot about her. Great Scott. Dylan, not sure what this is. The wrestling might suck tonight, and June is over, but friendly reminder, men's mental health is every day, every month. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and make sure you say I love you to somebody. Dylan, great message. Again, go check out our special on men's mental health, and I couldn't agree more. Share the love, spread the word, and this is something, there's been a couple people that have tagged the channel in little videos, little activities they've done. Go do the same. I implore everybody that can hear my voice, if just start hashtagging it. Start, get the thread going strong. I want to see mental health and men's mental health be talked about year round. Nick and I talked about the stats that exist globally when it comes to men's mental health, and it will take all of us to work together to beat this. It's killing more men than anything, and we need to change that. We can't be going out on our own hands, folks. Wasn't there a Spider Lady wrestler in AEW? She was here for like a week and a half, and then she went MIA. AEW Kool-Aid? You get me, Mega. You get me. Honestly, it seems like Tony is treating it like Vince still charge of WWE, and then he can just hold on and will survive, not realizing Hunter is a different animal. And I think what bothers me is I think a big part of the fan base out there, the IWC, are stuck in Vince times. They're mad about shit that happened years ago, and they can't get over it. And anybody that is a hardcore AEW fan, if you have AEW in your handle, or you have a Sasha Banks avatar, and you see anything about any company's booking, I don't mean WWE, TNA, MLW, NWA, GCW, fucking, I don't care if it's backyard wrestling. If you say anything about booking, I will laugh in your face. Because if you are a diehard AEW fan and you trying to convince me that shows like this are great, I'm going to laugh at you, because you hold it to such a different standard. Guys like LA Knight can't lose, or Solo can't take a loss, or heaven forbid Phoenix takes a loss. Oh, the booker's fucked. And we watch this absolute garbage. And you guys are like, this is the best shit ever. The double standard, the hypocrisy that exists is gross. And guys like Meltzer, I've said it over and over and over and over, should be ashamed of themselves. But they're trying to keep their business afloat. If I was anybody that was paying any money towards Meltzer and the Wrestling Observer, I would yank that shit so quick, he would never see a fucking penny from me. He is fake, he is garbage, and he's nothing but a fanboy. Hi, Booty. Good point. As one of my favorite things in wrestling is a commercial with 2 minutes left. It is 9:58, and I have a commercial on the TV. For an overrun in a match that I don't really care about. You know why I think the Bucks win it all in? Because either Darby or Hangman will have the world title for a while and won't book Swerve or Ospreay versus them. Richard, that is interesting. And that concerns me. If I told you that Tony Khan was going to sign Will Ospreay, but Will Ospreay wouldn't win his first world title till he was in the company for almost 3 years, how would you feel about that? To true AEW fans out there, doesn't that seem odd? What if I said he's been here solid for 2.5 years or 2 years and change, and he's going to go another year without getting a sniff of that belt? Your best guy, your flag bearer, the heart and soul of AEW can't be world champion for another year. Swerve in that conversation can't be champion. That's fucked. You, like, again, two of your biggest guys. Again, this isn't like fucking MJF or Abushi can't compete for the title for a year. Who gives a fuck? Okada maybe. But two of your best, two of the guys that you should be building shows around, two of the guys that you should be building this company around, can't go after the belt. Just so you... And again, I see actually what you're saying, and it actually scares me, because it would be a great way to defend or protect Darby or Hangman, right? Oh, well, why wasn't it Swerve? Why wasn't it Ospreay? Well, they're not allowed. Hurts the company, protects your favorites. KJ with the analogies on point tonight. Wrestling Rant, thank you. I don't even remember the last one, but thank you. I love a good analogy. A good metaphor is always a welcome thing. Running knee, we get a 2 as we almost get to the top of the hour here. I'd go in IWC incognito and destroy everyone in that group. Do it. Thank you. They're going to make Ospreay work harder than Cody, I guess. I just see the numbers, and I know, Tony, look, we're growing. I see the numbers, and I see your buildings, and you need a guy that you can put on the posters. You need a guy that the little kids are going to go to their parents and say, hey, I need a ticket. I need to go to this show. I need to watch this wrestling. Where did all the fans go? When you were packing buildings in Chicago and packing buildings in Florida, where did all those fans go? When you were going around and people were actually showing up for Rampages and Dynamites, and the buildings were packed, where did they go? Where are they? Do you remember when you had guys like Chris Jericho brag about, oh, my segment hit 1 million? Where did that go? Where did they go? And you want me to believe, and you want me to stand pat and just go, oh, Tony said everything's great. Never mind. Ignore everything we witness. Fuck. Get out of here. They are bad at commercials too. Placement of commercials kill me. And I admit, WWE way worse with commercials, but AEW every Wednesday do a late commercial and then go into overrun. It seems so counterintuitive. But big, again, another very slow Okada match. As he flips everybody off, the fans pop. Who was Serpentico tagged with? Serpentico was with Luther, was he not? Serpentico and Luther were a team for a while, were they not? That, I mean, again, I was here live for 100 and 200, and this has to be the worst one we've gotten of the hundreds. But everything's great. Everything's better than it's ever been. The fuck out of here. This match is slow. I'm bored. Okada wrestling slow again. Richard, my sentiment is exactly. Tony Khan seems to not like one-on-one women's feuds. An 8-woman tag on Collision. Yeah, again. Because when you can't book and when you can't wrestle, you cover it all up. Right? You ever get somebody a shitty birthday gift or a shitty, hey babe, I got you this thing. And you try and like you wrap it in like a really cool thing because the gift inside's not as good as you wanted it to be. Oh, I got you this, but look how cool wrapping, right? Oh no. That's kind of what Tony's doing, right? He's trying to fucking spruce up a turd. It's still a turd. Dynamite 300, and this is the main event. Yeah, you think in honor of 300 episodes of AEW Dynamite, it would be an MJF or the Bucks. The Bucks had a match tonight. The Bucks should be, EVPs. Kenny, where's Kenny? Oh, he's recovering from the belly. He'll be here in a second. We bring Kenny back, one of the biggest stars in the entire company, in an overrun. I went home and stayed home. I saw that Bucks victory live. Yeah, fuck, man. Thank you for the answer, MDB. But yeah, I mean, you went home and stayed home. You're like, oh fuck, they just did that. They scared fans away, and I think they underestimated how many Punk fans were in the building. That's what I think that one of their biggest miscalculations has been. Oh, that's okay. They'll forgive it. No. They're gonna follow him. Oh wait, Abushi gets caught. With everyone they have in AEW, why does Serpentico fight under 3 different names? He wrestles as Serpentico, John Cruz, and on Ring of Honor as Ben Dojo. All these top guys pour Serpentico. I didn't know that this was happening, Chris. Maybe I'm a bad wrestling fan. That is fucking nuts. Why? Yet Nick's mad about fucking JC Mateo. This guy running around with all the names. Ben Dojo? Oh. Well, at least we know what he's doing in the dojo. Tony was on a Rich Fields show the other day bragging. Yeah, no, exactly. And that's what I've referenced a lot tonight, William. It makes me mad. I don't expect Tony Khan to come out and be like, we suck. That's bad PR. That's bad approach. But it's the lack of honesty and it's the manipulating of the simple-minded fan base. AEW forked up. Yes, they did. Yes, they are. Let's go. What's up, kid? Want AEW to fold? No, Craig, I don't. That's why you see me do this. If we were doing, pick another wrestling company, one that we don't cover a lot. I don't want to disrespect anyone, but if I'm not invested in the show and they give us a bad show, we laugh at it, we give a shitty rating, and we leave. The reason why I champion so hard against this internet vibe and it somehow comes off as hate because people can't handle the truth. Thank you. But it's because I like it. It's because AEW brought me back to wrestling. I believe a monopoly in wrestling kills wrestling. And I want AEW to succeed. I just see the writing on the wall. I see that it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Even the podcasters that have made a good living. Wow, down goes Abushi as he gets hit with a Rainmaker. Oh, he ducks this one. Big drop kick. All right, that was nice. Okada has a great drop kick when he hits it. And pops Abushi. Such a lame match. And Okada gets the win. Good for him. Anybody really like that match? But yeah, quickly, Craig, I don't want it to fold. I want it to continue. And that's why I just want to buck the system. You heard me, buck the system. Because if Tony would wake up, there is so much potential here. And because they have a bit more freedom without being a little less corporate, like in that model, that machine, that they have a little more freedom where you really could do cool shit. But we get another jump. Here comes Roppongi Vice. I don't know why Lance Archer didn't help, like didn't distract Abushi. And if he did, I missed it. Angelico is the tag team. Oh, that's right. They were in what is it? The Latin exchange program. But here comes Omega, as predicted. 6 minutes after the show goes off the air. Woo woo, woo woo. Let's go. I should care. I should be excited. I don't. You've taken that away from me. Yeah. I agree, Jordan. Who gives a fuck about Serpentico? Nobody. Not even Angelico. Oh, wait a minute. Is that Jake? It's Trent. Oh, it's Trent. Abushi. And we get the assisted suplex. So Abushi, who just got laid out by Okada, back up. A-OK. Fuck it. Pain is for the pussies. And the crowd goes wild because the Golden Lovers touched each other. Anyone else struggling yet? AEW 300 main event should have been title matches. And it should have been long-standing AEW talent. Instead, it's Abushi and Okada, two imports. To me, it's not the greatest celebration of 300. No, here we go. What's your thoughts on AEW going back to London next year for All In? Good luck. I think Tony has more money than brains. They dipped, what was it, half? Year over year, they went, what, down almost half of the audience in London? I think it's a law of diminishing returns. They should go somewhere else. But they're going to go to London and fail. I would argue, and I know Dave Meltzer is going to hate this. I mean, only selling 19,000. You booked that stadium in Texas with the expectation to sell it out. You were going to flex. Look how good we did. Now we've moved the goalpost because it's not going so well. It's going to be a great gate. It's going to be a great gate. Let's argue over great gate numbers. Oh, no. You booked. Wait, when you booked Texas, you thought you were only going to sell 20,000 tickets? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make sense. I don't get it. Like, help me understand. Legit, if it wasn't for this channel, I wouldn't know much about AEW or care that much in general. MDB, I do appreciate that. I don't know if that's for better or for worse, my guy, but we do appreciate you hanging around. I mean, we get told that from time to time that people don't watch AEW, but they do watch us. So I do appreciate that. Okada is giving me nothing. Abushi trying his best. Another slow, yawny Okada match. And why you would have Kenny return at 10:06 p.m. to me is baffling. Since I'm here, I watch the product. I still have some favorites. I want to see prosper, but never do. And I think that back part of that sentiment is everything, MDB. I have favorites in AEW that I want to do well, and they just don't. All the guys we got into, I got Nick wearing a scarf. MJF's been reduced to fucking jobber matches. The Hurt Syndicate's not really going anywhere. I was a big fan of Wardlow. Booted that out. Hobbs has been nothing. I'm a big fan of Lance Archer. Nowhere to be found. Well, he was there, but he's not doing shit. I like Kenny. I think Kenny's the nicest of the group. I think there's potential with the Bucks, but the Bucks are big, immature kids, and then they got a billionaire to back them, so now they're arrogant little pricks, but not in a good way, in a get the fuck off my TV way, which is never fun. Yeah, just fumbling everything. But they think they're doing wonderful. It's like Tony Khan is the American Idol audition that can't wait to get in there and be amazing and get their golden ticket and can't hit a fucking note if it saved their lives. Couldn't carry a tune in a fucking bucket. That is Tony Khan. He gets up in front of the judges, like, ready for my wrestling show? Oh, and fucking boots it, botches it, fumbles it. That is Tony Khan. Tony Khan is the equivalent of that person, that delusion of, I'm doing wonderful. My mom said I'm good. My mom said I'm great. Fuck off. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the show. I've ranted enough tonight. Yeah, sorry, maybe a little bit, but I call it the way I see it. Tonight was an interesting one. I wanted 300 to be a bigger show, have a better feel, long segments, long. Like that hurt Syndicate shit, bleeding from one thing. You don't fucking stack segments like that because then we just lose the message. And you walk into plot problems of like Mark Briscoe was here, but then he walked away, but he's not good enough of a guy to come back. Anyway. Post-match beatdown. That's all we do here. That's storytelling. As always, 6 out of 10 from Dawson, 6.5 from Richard. His daddy has a Jaguar. Yeah, again. 6.5 out of 10, Kenny. Let's go. The Golden Lovers will never not be sus to me. Facts. That match was decent. It was decent. I'll give you decent. I don't want to argue that. 5.5. So whoever wins this match gets 3 titles. This is Mercedes Moné dream. Yeah, just wet dream everywhere. The fact that Tony can go on a podcast and live team. And again, but if imagine rants. We get a media scrum and Triple H fibs or doesn't answer a question directly. The fucking rage. The man, kill him, get him. But Tony can lie right to our face. Everyone goes, Tony's adorable. Oh, what a guy. Get the fuck out of here. What I saw was good. I'll say 5 out of 10. AJ, I'm with you. I'm at 5 out of 10 tonight. I'll give it a 5. I think there was some stuff that was there. Mercedes and Mina, match of the night. You heard it. There you go, folks. Proves I'm not I'm not unbiased. I am unbiased. I like what I like, and I see good when I see good. And sadly, probably the match of the night. Yeah, 5 out of 10. 5. Kenny to carry Okada at All In if he can. Kenny's beat up too. So who carries Kenny? They're going to carry each other. Let's hope. So I'm nervous about this match for All In. That's why I'm nervous about All In. Buddy Matthews hurt. Yeah, he's been hurt forever though now. 6 out of 10. He got hurt in Australia. Do Frankie's comment. I generally ignore people that say stuff like that, but I won't this time. I can add, it was so excited when Danhausen showed up. What? Wait, what would I miss? Apparently he's going to WWE, so that shall be interesting. I think the last few matches we get at All In are Fletcher versus Cole, meh. Hurt Syndicate versus Jet Speed, meh. And an FTR match, meh. Not great, not strong. But doesn't WWE do post-match beatdowns all the time too? No, they do them. Don't get me wrong, they happen. You find me a Monday Night Raw where you get 4 or 5 in the same show. That's my beef. And that's all they do. Like WWE, some people complain the main eventers don't brawl enough because you got to pay to see them fight. So the post-match brawls that we get on this show, it's way overdone in Boston. I was holding to be entertained today, but KJ saved it for I like that, Mega. Thank you. 8.5. 8.5 is too high, Mr. Quake. All due respect, sir. 8.5 is too high. 5 out of 10. 3 out of 10. Denisha, not loving it. Hope you're doing well, Denisha. 3 out of 10 from Eric. 4.5 from Anthony. 3.5 from Quake. That's better. 7 out of 10 from Spider-Man. 3.5 might be too low. 7, not bad, but we'll take that, Spider-Man. It's a little high, but overall, that's fair. Some people are going to like a couple things better than I did. But ultimately, folks, that is Dynamite. That is the show. That is our stream. We go get your merch. Go get your merch. Go get your Wrestling for Life Network merch. Remember, if you go to a live show and bring a sign, we will send you a t-shirt for doing so. So do that. That'd be awesome. KJ, the commentaries on Evolve tease more main roster names to appear that can fit better there for sure. And I mean, Evolve, that's what they should be doing, right? They should be calling out, how this progression works. Safit, the match of the night was Mercedes Moné versus Mina, along with the post-match moment when Mercedes licked the cake. Safit, down boy. You had me in the first half. The fork was all in tonight, in AEW tonight. I'm literally gonna say this: John Moxley, Adam Page, the fork, the chaos that ensued around it ruined the entire show for me. You came out of the gate with your main event for All In, and it was garbage, and it's embarrassing at this point. And then we get a death match. Tony Khan should be ashamed of himself. And if Dave Meltzer or anyone else wants to say Booker of the Year with Tony's name involved, fuck off. Just fuck right off with that nonsense. You can't take your biggest show of the year main event and make it two guys chasing each other with a fork. You have the best wrestlers in the world, you say. Let them fucking wrestle. And making each other bleed constantly and swinging fucking spiked wood at each other, pause, isn't the answer. WFU, let's go. We shirt people. I love that. That's the best. Till next time. All right, folks. Don't forget, we have Wrestling with Mental Health up there now. Go check it out if you've ever, everyone has. So again, a nice conversation about mental health. Go check it out. We really love doing this stream, so we'd appreciate the love on it. Go check that one. Our PCO interview is out now. We're working on so much more for you guys. The Wing of the Ring, 8 p.m. tomorrow night. It's going to be a hell of a show. Women's trivia, ladies trivia, whatever you want to call it. It's ladies' night at the Wing of the Ring. Myself, Nick, and Anthony going to go toe-to-toe-to-toe, and we are going to find out who will be the new king and whose mouth will be on fire. But with all that being said, that is Dynamite 300, folks. We greatly appreciate all of you. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow all our socials down below. Be a part of the family. Be a part of all the fun. And the nicest thing you could do, take our link, share it anywhere you talk about wrestling, and we would appreciate it. But on behalf of Anthony, on behalf of Big Nick, I am KJ White. See you on the flip side. Have a good night.